Okay children, see we have last episode we have seen about the lesson that is fire and how you have to be very alert or how you have to take care while using the fire. Now we will be moving to the next poem. It is really nice poem and you will enjoy the poem also. If you see the poem on the screen over here, that is Meadow Surprises. Now what is meadow? Children, you might have seen whenever suppose you go to any garden or any park, you might have seen a green lawn over there. Okay, that green lawn is with grass, and that green lawn or that green grass, the ground which is with green grass, that is called as meadow. And what is Meadow Surprises? We will be seeing through this poem. Now see what they have given over here. Walk across a green field. Even I like children in the morning. See, one thing is that children, if you get up early in the morning, if you walk over a green grass, you feel very cool and you feel very fresh over there. Then they have told like that, walk across a green field. You try to do this. Then a park or even under a clump of trees. You can go to any park or you can go to any garden and you can walk across the green field. And you will notice many wonderful things. When you go to any garden, when you go to any park, you will see many wonderful things. It's very good, nice nature you will get to see over there. What are some of the surprises a meadow has for someone with a keen eye and a sharp ear? Here, if you go to any meadow or any park or any garden, you will see many wonderful things. And what all surprises will you see in the meadow or in the garden, you will see in this poem. Now this poem is written by Louis Brandt Phillips. He has written this poem and he is we can say as he is explaining the meadow in a very wonderful way. And just you imagine that you all people are on the green lawn or in the green field, and how will you feel? You feel that nature, children. Okay, when you are listening to the poem, you just feel that you all are on the green lawn and what all things you are seeing around you, all the wonderful things you are seeing, and just imagine and have that feeling over you and you enjoy that. See now children, meadows have surprises. You can find them if you look. Walk softly through the velvet grass and listen by the brook. You may see a butterfly rest upon a buttercup and unfold its drinking straws to sip the nectar up. You may scare a rabbit who is sitting very still. Though at first you may not see him, when he hops you will. A dandelion whose fuzzy head was golden days ago has turned to airy parachutes that flutter when you blow. So this poem is then explore the meadow houses, the burrows in the ground, a nest beneath tall grasses, the ants' amazing mound. Oh, meadows have surprises and many things to tell. You may discover these yourself if you look and listen well. See children, if you whenever you go to any garden or any park, what you do, you just go on playing over there, or you just go and eat something, you just play with your friends. But any time you have seen any nature, any things, what all things are there in the garden or in the park or in the meadow, if you see all such things, you will really love it to see. And see here in the poem, Louis Brandt Phillips, he has he has decorated the meadow like all these things, and we from this thing we are going to see now what all things you can see when we go to a meadow. Meadows have surprises. Why it is surprises? Because why it is surprises, you know children, because whenever we go to any park or any garden, I told you just go on playing or you just go on eating or you just enjoy with your friends. But whenever you see anything, sometimes if you see anything, you will feel it as a surprise, but actually it's not a surprise. Those things are already there, but you never have a time, you did not have a time to see those things. That's why it is a surprise for you, because you never see it again and again. Sometimes or some or the other time you see, and really that is a surprise for you. The meadows have surprises. You can find them if you look. See, if you want to see the surprise, really you all are, means we all are very eager to see any surprise. If your parents they bring you a surprise gift, you are really very eager to see that. Same way here also, if you visit any meadow, you can find them if you look. If you look, then only you are able to find out the surprises. Until and unless you don't look or you don't listen, you are not going to get it. What is the thing? See, walk softly through the velvet grass. You know, children, the grass is there and we feel very nicely while walking on the soft grass. And listen by the brook. Brook is like a small river. We could hear, see, it is very silent in the garden or in the park, and we could hear the flowing of the water through the brook. Brook is a small river. Walk softly through the velvet grass. We like walking on the velvet grass. So just go on imagine, children, when I am explaining the poem, and listen by the brook, and you could listen the flowing of the water, that smooth flow of the water and cool air through the river. You may see a butterfly rest upon a buttercup. You can see one yellow color flower is there, and you can see a butterfly, it's sitting on that buttercup, and what that butterfly is doing? And unfold, it's drinking straws. Children, you know, whenever you go and drink any juice or any cold drink, we use those straws. These things, the butterfly, they uses to suck the nectar, though that sting, we can say that those stings are called as straws of the butterfly, and they use that sting to suck the nectar when they sit on the flower. You may scare a rabbit. You know, children, the rabbit is really very, they are afraid of any person, and you may scare a rabbit. Whenever we see a rabbit, they just run away from us, and why? Because the rabbit is scared of us. You may scare a rabbit who is sitting very still. Rabbit is very quiet, it doesn't harm anyone, it is very quiet animal, and when we see a rabbit, you may scare a rabbit. If the rabbit is sitting very quietly, what we do? We go and scare the rabbit, and the rabbit off it runs. Though at first you may not see him, at the first time we don't see that rabbit, but when he hops, you will. But when the rabbit comes out of the burrow, that time we see that rabbit. Then a dandelion whose fuzzy head means what? When it is blurry. A dandelion is a flower, it is like a sunflower, it is very big yellow flower whose fuzzy head means it is very blurry or it is very faint, was golden days ago. If you see golden days, why it is called as golden days? Because there are many yellow color flowers and we feel it like a gold, then that's why it is called as was golden days ago, has turned to airy parachutes that flutter when you blow, and we feel like as if they are like parachutes. You know, children, parachute, we use that parachute to go high up in the air, that flutter when you blow. When we blow it what happens? It flutter or it sways. This is the other thing what the poet has seen in the meadow. Then next, explore the meadow houses, the burrows in the ground. There are meadow houses, there are lot of grasses and the burrows in the ground. We see the burrows are there where the rabbit or any other animal stays there. A nest beneath tall grasses, we could see nest is also there, a house of the birds. A nest beneath tall grasses, the ants' amazing mound, you know, where the ant stays. Then, oh, meadows have surprises and many things to tell. See, the poet is telling because he has observed, he has listened everything, and he is telling that, oh, meadows have surprises and many things I want to tell you, what all things I have seen in the meadow. You may discover these yourself if you look and listen well. He is telling all these things I have seen when I went to the meadow, but if you go, many more things you can see whenever you will go to the meadow. So this poet is telling whatever things he has seen, whatever things he has listened in the meadow, he has told everything about that. What all things he told? That he saw, what he saw? He experienced that velvet grass. He was walking on that velvet grass. Also he saw the brook, he saw the river flowing very silently. And the next thing is what? He saw the butterfly which was sitting on the buttercup, and it was just sucking up the nectar. Means he was the butterfly was sitting on the flower and it was sucking the nectar with their straws. Not straw, that straw means that cinch. And then the other thing, what again what he has seen? He has seen a lovely rabbit, where when he went near that rabbit, the rabbit, it ran away from there. You know, children, they are very scared of us, and they just hop and they run away. So that time also, when this poet, he might have went near that rabbit, and that rabbit hopped and ran away from there. Then also he has seen the dandelion flowers. They were just fluttering in the air like the parachutes, and even he was very happy to see, and he thought that it was looking like golden days, because it is yellow in color. And if you see a large area of yellow flowers, we feel like it is a big day or big golden days over there. And he experienced that also. The other thing what he has seen the meadow houses were there, and the burrows in the ground. Everywhere there were burrows where the rabbits were staying. Then he has seen the nest on the tall grasses, and also he has seen the amazing mounds of the ants. Then what he is saying, these all are the surprises for me, whatever I have seen. But my dear children, he is saying, you also just visit to the meadow, and you I think means everyone like to see the nature. Instead of going and playing there, instead of enjoying, instead of eating, just have a look around the nature. You really will enjoy that nature, and you will like it to watch it. You have to experience it. You have to be very close to the nature. You have to enjoy the nature. See, we all people, we enjoy with our friends, relatives and everyone. But any time you have visited any nature, you just enjoy, because this is a time, this is really a good time. We have some spare time. Instead of sitting just watching TV or playing on the mobiles, instead of seeing that, you just once you visit the nature and have a good experience or a good enjoyment through the nature. All these things, the poet Lois he is telling that you have to enjoy the nature. You just go and see these surprises, because this is a surprise, because we never go there. And whenever we get sometime, means what I want to say, that sometime only if we get anything, that will be a surprise for us, and really we never go to see the nature. So sometimes when we visit the nature, that is a surprise for us. And he is saying that if you go and observe the nature, that you will discover your own thoughts, your own feelings, and you will tell me more than that. So you should have a look and listen well to the nature. So this was all about the meadow surprises. Next, if you see here, working with the poem, read the lines in which the following phrases occurred. Then discuss with your partner the meaning of each phrase in its context. Velvet grass, drinking straws, meadow houses, amazing mound, fuzzy head. Say everywhere they have given some adjective for each word, each noun. So you have to use these phrases, and you have to say what you have to do, you have to form the sentences. Then which line in the poem suggests that you need a keen eye and a sharp ear to enjoy a meadow? Read aloud the stanza that contains this line. Which stanza, children, tells us about that we need to see with a keen eye and sharp ear? Yes, the last stanza, if you see, of this poem, this stanza, it is telling us to see with a keen eye and sharp ear to enjoy the meadow. Read aloud the stanza that contains this line. Then find pictures of the kinds of birds, insects and scenes mentioned in the poem. If you see the pictures of the birds, now there we can see here the birds are there, animals are there, insects are there, and many scenes are there in the poem. So you have to collect the pictures of that. Then see, one thing they have given over here, you can do it on your own. Watch a tree or a plant. You just watch a tree or any plant, or walk across a field or park at the same time every day for a week. At least once in a week you go over there. Keep a diary of what you see and hear. You just do, children, because you people are now, you all are at home, you can do this, you are not at all busy with any other work. So at least once in a week I want that, children, I want that what all things we have seen in the nature, what you do, you mention one diary, and once in a week you just go out there in the meadow or in the garden, and you write it in your diary that what all things you have seen and you have heard. At the end of the week, write a short paragraph or a poem about your experiences. Children, if you can compose a good poem, you can compose a poem, or you can write one paragraph on that thing, that whatever things you have seen. Then put your writing up on the class bulletin board. Instead of putting on the bulletin board, you can send it to me on the WhatsApp, so that I can forward it to show that. Okay, means everyone will like that and everyone will enjoy. So I want that, and you really, it's my request, you have to do that activity and you will be showing me. Now we will be moving to the one small poem is there. We will sing that poem. Okay, see what it is. Busy world, really busy. We all are really very busy in our own work. Whole day we are busy in our own work. See how it is. Read the following poem about the world of nature, which is as busy as the world of human beings. We human beings are very busy, and whole day we are busy with some or the other work, some or the other problems, some or the other tensions. We are not giving a time for ourselves. So this poem, through this poem, Francis Gorman Risser, he is telling about the busy world, how the world is busy and who all are busy. We'll see now. Bees are buzzing. You children, you know, bees are always buzzing, that going, that sound we can hear. Frogs are hopping, whole day the frogs are hopping. Moles are digging, the moles are, they go on digging the ground. Then there is no stopping, there is no end only for that. Bees are going on buzzing, frogs are hopping, the moles are digging. So there is no stop, there is no end over there. Then vines from climbing, we see the vines from climbing, the grapevine we could see, they are climbing. Grass from growing, and grass is growing, it doesn't stop growing. Birds from singing, birds are always, they go on singing, always they are singing. The winds from blowing, winds are blowing. Buds from blooming, we see the newly buds, they are blooming. Then bees are humming, we could hear the sound of the bees humming. Sunbeams dancing, the sunbeams are, they are dancing. Then raindrops drumming, we could hear the sound of the raindrops, they are drumming. All the world is whirling busy, summer time is very busy. See, if you see all these things during, mostly we see this time, these things in the summer time. What they are saying, all the world is whirling busy. All the whole world is busy with all these things. Not only human beings, even the animals, even the insects, even the flowers, fruits, everyone is busy with their own work. Summer time is very busy. You see, summer time is really very busy. What children, you know, at your home also, if you might have seen your mother, what she does, now this is summer time, I have to make that papads, I have to make the pickles, I have to make jams. Your mother, she will be planning everything during summer time. Then you people, what you do, will be planning for going for the outing. Then that time what you do, you like to make cold drinks, you like to prepare ice creams and many more things. Then your father also, what he does, he will try to complete his work on time so that he can go out in the summer time with his family. Means everyone is busy in, and even you see farmers are also busy sowing, because after some months there will be rainy season, so he should get new crops, so he will be also busy. Then here we can see the bees are also busy. Then birds are also busy making their nest, because in the rainy season it will be hard for them. Then moles are also digging. Then wind is blowing, always we see the wind is blowing only. Then vines are, they are climbing, grass is growing, birds are singing, then birds are blooming, bees are humming, sunbeams they are dancing, then raindrops drumming. You know children, before the rainy season we could experience one rainy season, means rainy season, no, one rainy day we can say, and on that rainy day we could hear the raindrops they are drumming. So in this way we could see that the whole world is busy over there, and we see who all are busy. They have it is given in this poem. They have given that bees are buzzing, frogs are hopping, moles are digging, there is no stopping, vines from climbing, grass from growing, birds from singing, then winds from blowing, birds from blooming, bees are humming, sunbeams dancing, raindrops drumming. All the world is whirling dizzy, and summer time is very busy. That's why whatever things are done, you see mostly we do during summer time. I told your mother, she will be busy in doing all these nice recipes, or your father he will be busy to complete his work because he has to go out with his family. Children, they all are also busy with their own work. They are busy in playing. Okay, you know children, I know you all are busy in playing only in summer time. So all these many things we could see here during summer time, and that's why it is called as busy world. So these were the two poems that means they are actually they are connected with each other. Why? Because see how it is connected. Meadow Surprises and Busy World, it is connected to each other. Now you might be worried how it is connected to each other. As we are busy in everything, as we are busy in all our work, not only a human being, not only human beings, even the birds, even the animals, they all are busy in their work. That's why they are not able to see the surprises whatever we can see on the in the nature, and this is the thing we can see through the meadow. So children, as you know, these two poems, that is Busy World and Meadow Surprises, they are connected to each other, because as we are busy with the things, we are not having the time to see the surprises whatever we can see in the nature. So these two poems, from these two poems, that is from Louis Brandt Phillips, and he has told about the Meadow Surprises, and the other thing that is Francis Gorman Research, he has told about the busy world, how the people are busy in their work and how they miss the surprises which they can see in the nature. I hope children you have enjoyed both the poems, and you have enjoyed and you have experienced also these things from the nature. Now see here one thing, if you see here down, see here what they have given. The postman started moving round the tree in circles. The dog followed him, but as he did so, his leash got wrapped around the tree. The postman then safely walked up to the front door. What is this? This is one answer given to one question over here. So children, I have told you one activity you have to do. What is that activity I told you children? See, you have at least once in a week you maintain one diary with you. Once in a week, what you do, you visit to any park, you visit to any meadow, or you visit to any garden, and whatever things you see around in the nature, or whatever things you listen around in the nature, you have to note down all those things, and later on at the end of the week you have to write one paragraph on that, or you have to write one paragraph, or you can compose a poem if you are good in composing the poems. Means you have to share your experience through the paragraph or through the poem. So this was all about the poem Meadow Surprises and Busy World. Once again we'll see to the poem. See again here, if you see here, see Once again I'll read the poem for you, means you will understand. See now children, you can find out some hard words over here like brook. You can write, you have to find out these meanings from the dictionary on your own. Let you, means you can do this thing now, like brook, then underline the word brook, then buttercup, next is fuzzy, then we can see a flutter. These are some of the difficult words and you can find out the meanings of these words through the dictionary. So I will read the poem for you once again. You just pay attention and listen. Meadows have surprises, you can find them if you look. Walk softly through the velvet grass and listen by the brook. You may see a butterfly rest upon a buttercup and unfold its drinking straws to sip the nectar up. You may scare a rabbit who is sitting very still, though at first you may not see him, when he hops you will. A dandelion whose fuzzy head was golden days ago has turned to airy parachutes that flutter when you blow. Children, see in the picture only you can see all the things over here. You can see the things over here. You can see the green grass here. You can see the mountains are there. Then it's dripping over here. See here, rain. It's like rainy season, and then you can see a rabbit over here. How it is hopping quietly through its burrow. Then here we can see the butterflies are there. Colorful butterflies are there. These are the dandelion flowers. These are the dandelion flowers, as if it is like, we feel like it is a golden flower bed. So many things we can see in the nature over here. So this poem, from this poem I can tell you that you need to take out a time to see the surprises, what all things are there in the nature. But here if you see the next poem, that is Busy World, it is just telling how much we all are busy in our work. So instead of being busy with our work, you have to take out some time to see the nature, because children, we see you all are having a spare time now you are having a more spare time with you, so you can utilize that time to see the nature. And really I want that activity. You can send me on the WhatsApp nicely. You express all your feelings, all your whatever experiences you have seen, whatever things you have observed from the nature when you went for a walk out. So you all these things you have to jot down. You have to, in not only in, I think, see children, not only in case with the paragraph or with the poem, you can draw a picture also, so that you can put out your feelings in through the picture. And I want to see that picture, I want to see that poem, also I want to get that paragraph also, so that I can show it, and that will be really very good example. Really it will be a very good activity for you. So you take some time to go out and you have to see that whatever things you have seen through the whenever you go out in the meadow or in the garden or in the park. Now once again I will read this poem for you. See, busy world, bees are buzzing, frogs are hopping, moles are digging, there is no stopping, vines from climbing, grass from growing, birds from singing, winds from blowing, birds from blooming, bees are humming, sunbeams dancing, raindrops drumming, all the world is whirling dizzy, summertime is very busy. And this poem is written by Francis Godwin Reiser. Children, why I tell again and again about the poets of the poem, because you should, it is compulsory that you should know the author, you should know the poet or poetess of any lesson or of any poem. So you have to know about the poets, you have to remove the information about them, because if you see, if you go through their information, you will get nice poems to read and you will enjoy those poems. I hope children you have liked both the poems, and as it is connected to each other, you just see through that. From these two poems you have to learn one thing, that don't be busy with your own work, you just take out some time so that you can utilize your time to see the nature. And I hope children you have liked this, both the poems, and go through the poem, try to learn the poem and try to do that activity whatever I have given to you. Thank you.